all over the world, November and December are the times when holidays are celebrated, no matter what kind of holiday you celebrate. Um, and so you might have noticed yourself deactivating more. And deactivating means that you close off, you push people away, you push your partner away in all kinds of different ways. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about why you do that, because it might help you to see where it's coming from and know that you're not doing it on purpose, and it's not weird, and you're not broken. It's actually very logical that this happens more during the holidays. So let's dive in, shall we? So the first reason is the pressure on feeling good, feeling happy, feeling joyful. And as a fearful avoidant, you already put so much pressure on yourself to feel certain things more and more intensely and more often, and other things not. So you don't want to feel certain things. And this focus on controlling your feelings actually can lead to a lot of pain and frustration, because you cannot control your feelings, and you don't have to. You do have influence over your feelings, but you cannot decide in every single moment, now I'm just going to feel happy and joyful. And in another moment, you cannot decide, now I'm just not going to feel sad. Feelings are just always going to come and go. And that's very hard for a fearful avoidant to accept in and of itself. But when there's outside pressure on feeling good, you have to be happy, you have to be joyful, that can add even more pressure and strain on you, and can make you feel like you are making it hard for other people, are being difficult, are being too much, when you just have emotions. And it can lead to you kind of faking it, obviously. I mean, when there's a lot of pressure and you haven't learned how to find a way to just allow all your feelings to be there, you just act happier than you are, because you don't want the judgment of people around you for you not being happy. Um, but also, it can lead to you feeling like there's something wrong with you, which can actually bite down on your relationship. So when we don't feel happy during the holidays, when we don't look forward to the holidays with our partner, it can lead to you thinking, oh, there must be something wrong with my relationship. I might not feel enough. Shouldn't I be happier? Shouldn't I feel more? So there's this pressure on you having to feel good. And one of the things that really helps FAs, fearful avoidance, heal is to accept all your emotions and feelings. In a way, there is no other way, because your feelings just come and go. That's what they do. That's the nature of feelings. And whatever is there is all right. So like I said before, you don't have control over your feelings, but you do have influence over your feelings. So when you take care of yourself, when you know what your needs are in every moment, and you at least try to fulfill those needs, that will definitely help you feel better, feel more balanced, and feel more joyful in certain moments. But I don't want you to put pressure on yourself for feeling good, because that can lead to you deactivating and pushing people away, because you think, you see, there's something wrong with me. I should be feeling all these things. I should be feeling happy and joyful, and I don't. So there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with the relationship, and that is just not true. You just put too much pressure on yourself, and there's just a lot going on that needs to be addressed and processed, and that's okay. That's normal. The holidays are just days. Even when they are celebratory, they are just another day, and all your emotions and feelings are allowed to be there completely. The second is intense focus on family and love and connection. So if you watch TV, if you watch commercials, there's all this intense focus on, these are happy days and family is everything and all that kind of thing. And I mean, if you have had a happy childhood, if you have good relationships with your family, that's fine to all see that. But when you don't, when you are going through a healing process, that can actually be very triggering to see all those happy families and all those loving connections. And that might actually make you feel more that you don't really have that. Um, and when you haven't started healing yet and you think it's all you, it might lead to you thinking there's something wrong with you, that you don't feel that you don't feel that sense of love and connection with your family. So there are so many people that are not looking forward to the holidays, or are at least ambiguous. Like they have both sides. In a way they're looking forward to it, but it's also just very stressful. And not just all the practicalities, like where we're gonna eat or preparing dinner or whatever. It's also those family dynamics that come back. And it's very logical for you to have some sense of trepidation and not really looking forward to it. But when you think and hear all the time that this is a time of love and connection and happiness and family is everything, that can be very, very triggering. And I also want to acknowledge, if you don't have any contact with your parents right now, with your caregivers, with family, this is such a hard time. This is such a hard time. And this video is about deactivating. So what is maybe what doesn't feel logical in this is that maybe you don't have connection with, or contact with your family, or parents or caregivers, but you do have a loving partner. And you might notice yourself deactivating in your relationship because, and that sounds weird, because if they're loving and you don't have contact with your family, shouldn't you, focus on your partner that you do have that love and connection with? But sometimes it's just too painful to um, to go through this, and the fearful avoidant hasn't learned to be vulnerable with their partner about everything. Once you heal more and more, you will be able to be more and more vulnerable. But sometimes when we feel a lot of pain, it's just so much easier to push everybody away. And not being in contact with your family, or just, there being a lot of stress and pain around that, can make you feel like there's something wrong with you again. Which makes you push people away. That's like almost always the bridge, that something happens which makes you feel like there's something wrong with you, and then you push people away because you feel like you don't deserve their love, or they will find out that there's something wrong with you. And the third reason is, and I touched on that already, is that you don't just become a fearful avoidant. You aren't born like this. That gets developed. It's an attachment style. So that forms in childhood and in connection with your parents or caregivers. And maybe those are the people you're going to see during the holidays. And while you're with them, it's so logical and actually quite expected that your trauma is triggered. So those dynamics still exist, and your parents and caregivers will probably say things that trigger pain, and that's normal. And when that just becomes a little bit too much to bear, it's also very logical that you kind of push everybody away just to feel safe. That's just a thing that fearful avoidants do: push people away to feel safe. So you might notice yourself doing that while you're with family, and it's very logical. And as you heal, you will do that less and less, because you will be able to put up boundaries more and more clearly and know what you need in those moments. So the fourth is actually having to deal with family. That is just the fact that you have to deal with all of this can be triggering in and of itself, whether you are in contact with family, whether you're not in contact, whether you are or are not, or you don't know how to handle this. All of that is very stressful. And I just want you to know that and acknowledge that that's very normal to feel. and that will get better also as you heal more and more. And then the fifth one is these days, these holidays are also times when you make memories. There's a focus on that too. And that can lead to you having the feeling that you have to know for sure that your partner is the one. Because if he's in the Christmas photo with your family, you have to know for sure that he's the one or she's the one. And that can put so much pressure on that perfectionism that a lot of fearful avoidants also have. Like, I have to know for sure that this is the one. And the holidays can put extra pressure on that. I have to take them to my parents. What if I'm going to break up in a few months? That's not fair to my family. That's not fair to him. So it can lead to a lot of doubts. And that's also deactivation. It's a way of dealing with things you're actually quite scared of, and the commitment is scary. So I just want you to know that that's normal. It's normal to deactivate more during the holidays. And I really hope by knowing this and giving you these 5 reasons that you can recognize it more in the moment. Like, oh, wait, I'm deactivating. Maybe I just need to pay attention to myself. What do I need? What do I need in this moment? Is there a boundary I need to put up? And I also want you to know that you do not always have to adjust to other people. These are your holidays too. It matters how you feel. It matters what you want. So please, please, please take care of yourself. All right, I really hope this was valuable, and I will see you in the next one.